Here's another ridiculous Star Wars mashup bootleg, which is hard to believe isn't just a custom when you first see it. The Superman R2-D2. So, for those individuals out there who thought R2-D2 should be the next Superman, well, I guess they finally made the toy for you. I guess after Man of Steel, Superman decided he's no longer a man, so he turned into a droid. I'm more than a droid in a silly red sheet or something. Wait, why is there another one kind of peeking around the corner? We can up this trifecta to a quartet if we include the Superman in the logo over there too. Two. So you might be wondering why there's a 2 on the box, and I don't know, I'm not researching anything, but like sounds over. Superman R2-D2 is the second one in this set, I suppose, as there's also Batman R2-D2. Why wouldn't there be? But whereas Batman R2-D2 uses the 60s Batman logo, which is great, I really don't know what logo this is that Superman R2-D2 is using. I also don't understand why it looks like something was ripped off of it. I mean, we know the logo was ripped off, I just don't understand why they deliberately have this worn look on it. And it's like that everywhere it shows up, and you can see that this is the exact same pattern on both sides of the box. Though where it just says Superman on the front of the box, the wear pattern is slightly different. I don't know. Maybe this is from a t-shirt or something. I couldn't find this particular Superman logo when I tried searching for it. But at least I know the star of Hellraiser Hellworld when I see him in all his pixelated glory. I really am glad it's Man of Steel Superman on here. No one has any extreme opinions on that movie. Or Batman v Superman. Guess that's why you can have Batman R2-D2 v Superman R2-D2. I mean, hey, that's gotta turn out better than the actual movie. Age 14 plus. I think that's one of the highest age recommendations I've seen on one of these things, and I can't think of a good reason why this would need to be so high here. Maybe because R2-D2 swears a lot and Man of Steel Superman likes to kill the shit out of everyone. I don't know. We don't have any real company attached to this, but we do have a company's name being slapped on here, which I'm sure they loved. But first off, this was either manufactured by Warning, or it was apparently manufactured by Superman himself. Made in China, yeah, I got this off AliExpress, so of course that's where it's from. But then this box just slaps on Funko's Facebook and Twitter handle. And if you check out any of these websites listed, yeah, they're just distributors of Funko products, not these stupid bootlegs. With all this Funko information just copied here, I'm wondering if these were made out of a factory that handled some Funko products, or just, I guess maybe one of the bootleggers was looking at a Funko product and said, let's put that on there, whatever. Really, none of this information is actually relevant to this toy, except made in China, of course, and if you look up that address that we got on the bottom here, yeah, that's for the Funko headquarters. Oh, my apologies, guys, this is not a toy. I guess I'm not allowed to play with this. I'll show them. So here he is, the Droid of Steel! You know, it's completely original to every other droid, and all his 14 plus not a toy glory. How ridiculous is it that we're looking at this? R2-D2 with the Superman logo on his chest. You know, just why? Why not is the real question, though. R2-D2, da-da-da-da, not a toy, kiss my ass, da-da-da-da-da. They even gave Super D2 a cape. Pretty sweet. This cape's held on by a little magnet? How do those work? Superman R2-D2's got articulation with his legs, and his middle leg even kind of rotates around on a ball joint, so it has a little bit of swivel, not too much, but hey, it could have done nothing. doesn't go back in his butt or anything, so he's always got to be in 3-leg mode. But pretty cool, I guess. His head doesn't turn though, so it's not cool at all. What a piece of crap. This isn't a toy. They were right. The cape does actually magnetize to the back of R2-D2 pretty well so that he can always be off to fight crime or whatever the hell a little super mech astro droid does. What am I even saying? Super R2-D2 Master Race! Apologies to anyone in Germany. I'm just trying to figure out anything I can do with his limited posing here. So I'm still really not seeing anything here with Superman R2-D2 that warrants that 14 plus rating, except maybe, the magnet. That might blow a few kids' heads. And just remember, you are not allowed to play with your stupid little mashup knockoffs. This is not a toy. What? Paint detailing on Super Astromech is pretty decent for a knockoff. It's not spot on in a few places, but I mean, it's a cheap knockoff, so as long as it doesn't look super sloppy. They did their job fairly accurately for the most part and gave R2-D2 his Superman color scheme. Though some would probably not be too happy with this, as it seems to be Man of Steel based, what with his dark blue and stuff. He's so edgy. Also, Man of Steel's the one they put on the box here, so I have to assume that's the one they were thinking of when they made this. Or did they put much thought into this? The answer would appear to be no. In 2015, artist Steve Barrington made a few pictures of R2-D2, I guess cosplaying different superheroes, including a Superman with a color scheme very similar to this toy. And it's right down to little details like this kind of golden dot by R2's crotch that makes me think they had to have used Barrington's photos as their inspiration for this toy. Not a toy. Barrington also made a Bat2C2D2, so it seems very clear where the bootleggers got their inspiration. No red chest light on R2 dupes here, so the Chinese bootleggers showed some remarkable restraint with that. I am a little disappointed that the bootleggers didn't take inspiration from this Barrington photo where he made C3PO Batman. I would have bought Bat3PO to go along with Soups 2D2. The paint job is decent and makes R2 look sufficiently Superman enough. One of his legs is a bit wobbly when moved, and R2 Man's third leg sticks out a bit more than the ones on the side, making him never quite on the level. Also, his head should turn. There's not much articulation you really gotta put on an R2 toy, so it's really silly to be that lazy. I like the magnet cape gimmick, though the magnet could be a little stronger, and the plastic feels nice and solid overall. 8. Well, if they hadn't have seemingly stolen someone else's creativity, they could have gained some points here. Barrington drew many different superhero R2s, but the bootleggers seem to have just stopped at Super Astromech and Bat2-D2. At first I thought the Bat R2 didn't actually have his little ears, but apparently you have to stick them on yourself after you take them out of the box. And again, this makes the knockoff toy almost exactly the same as the fan art. Bootleggers had to be much more creative on their own back before the internet. Still, for making these mashups a reality in toy form, I'll give them a 3. Of all the mashups out there, combining R2 and Superman is definitely a strange one, but apparently fusing R2 with other properties is a thing. Because look, you can also get a really lazy R2 with a minion eye jammed onto the front of him. Yeah, it's the Minions Star Wars line. That's a thing for some reason. And Minion R2 also seems to have been an idea stolen from the internet. Anyway, for Super R2, it's a 7. The box is okay and seems pretty straightforward at first, but when you look closer, there's a few oddities like the worn out pattern on the logo, and the fact they used all that Funko Company info at the bottom, stopping just short of putting their logo on there. I guess that would have been too far, but including all this, including the Funko Company address, is apparently okay. Superman needs to pay more attention to the toys he manufactures. Can't just super speed through them anymore, Superman. Droid 6. It's a solid enough R2 figure. Main thing is missing is that head articulation. However, I doubt you'll find many more Superman R2s, as that's not from the comic company that Disney also owns. 7. And the Bootleg Zones overall is 7! I enjoy this combo quite a bit, but it does feel cheapened somewhat by them apparently just stealing ideas off the internet.
Bot changer! Superman R2-D2, I've been reprogrammed to an edgelord! I'm gonna take you out! What? You dare call me an SJW edgelord? How dare you! Yeah, you're right. I've no idea what the hell we're even saying anymore. What? Martha Bot? What did you say that mean? Oh, okay, cool. Anyway, I'm mildly apologetic for this, but I really must be destroying you now, R2 dupes. So! Yeah, I know it's not kryptonite. I don't know where you find that stuff, but it's a green horse. That should be frying your logic circuits or something. Actually, come to think of it, I'm supposed to be the world's greatest bot detective, and I don't understand this green horse at all. How could this be? Ah! Green horse! It makes no sense! No sense! Ah!
Oh dear, how the mighty have fallen! You dare question my ethics? I had to sell out to the dark side to become a Pokemon Master, you super astromech twerp! You're going to beat the living crap out of me so that I can't steal any more children's Pokemon? That's not fair! C-3PO transform! Oh dear, how do I get into these situations up against a godlike astromech droid? I could really use some advice from my father!
Remember, son, the Force will be with you. Never, 'cause you're a droid, you can't use the Force.
Oh, shiny metal bollocks! Oh no! Oh, please no! Ah, we were friends once, remember R2? Oh no!
Ooh, yikes. You'd think if I was going to build a droid, it wouldn't have been the most wimpy droid in the universe.
Father, please!
Oh well, it's because it's mine now, yoink!